Hey guys, so I opted to finish my face off camera because really and truly the main focus of this video was actually supposed to be for the Fenty foundation as to see how it applies and such. Now what I did, I set the under eye concealer with the Kat Von D powder, the translucent powder. However, let me say I did change. Alright, I had drama. I used a primer on my face, which was the baby skin primer, which is the pore perfecting or pore something primer, the baby skin one. I'll leave the information down below. I used that along with another primer, I don't remember, and then I went ahead to apply this foundation. Now this foundation, it comes with a primer. You know, they always say that sometimes products work better when it's used with the products that are supposed to be used with it. I think that's what they're trying to do with this one, but I'm not buying that primer. I have tons of primer. Now the primer that I used, I had to wipe my face off because it started to get really splotchy and look terrible. It didn't blend out properly. However, I used the Hourglass Ambiance primer. It's a light something primer. I'll leave that information down below too. I got that in an Ipsy bag sometime last year or earlier this year. I've never used it, so I opted to try it with this, and it works fine. As you can see, my skin is a lot smoother. Oh, hold on. Before I even go any further, let me put the disclaimer in. This foundation is not my shade, and I know this. Yes, I actually know this. I'm not trying to give you all the... If you're following my Instagram page, you will see, as I told you, in millions of times, that this foundation is actually not my shade. It's a little bit lighter than what it is that I actually wanted or should be wearing for my skin, but I use the powder. The powder that I use to set my face is the Black Opal True Color Ultra Matte Foundation Powder. This is in medium 400. This is what I used to set the foundation itself, to give it some form of color back around my face. I don't necessarily, well, I don't contour. For me personally, I don't contour in me, so I didn't do the whole putting on another shade to warm. No, that's a lot of work and time. But yes, anyway, back to what I was saying. Now this foundation is really, it's nice. I'm not gonna jump over the hill and create excitement like everybody else, but it is a nice foundation. It dries real quick. This is why it is that I actually had to reapply, wipe it off and reapply, because I have a fan beside me and the fan dried it up in seconds. So after I tried to apply and move forward with it, whatever, it went ahead and dried on my face and looked terrible. So I had to wipe it off, reapply. This is where we're at now. This is not for dry skin. If, however, you have dry skin and you want to try it, I will recommend you moisturize, you exfoliate, to do all those fancy things to bring some moisture back to your face before trying this foundation. It will work if it is that you like, well, no, let me not say that. It is a medium to full coverage, but I would not recommend anyone putting on an extra layer of this. Like I said, it dries real quick. So when you put on one, you have to wait a couple minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes for it to dry, and then put on another layer. I have not tried it. I have seen other persons try putting on another layer, and it looked really cakey, and I didn't like that look, and I'm not gonna try doing that. But when I applied my powder and the concealer, it gave me a finish that I don't mind. Again, if you're following my Instagram page, you'll see the 2 times that I actually wore it and I actually posted. Yeah, it gives me the finish that I like with the one coat and when applying powders. Now they say you don't have to apply powder to set this foundation, but I have to. I live in Jamaica. It's a very warm climate, very hot climate. Sun will burn you up, and when it gets really hot, you start to sweat. Yeah, and it makes no sense if it is that you have on a foundation and you want it to stay for the day. I think the powder will actually help. Now I worked on the road the other day. I walked from my Jamaicans, you know, Havre Road. Yeah, I walked from Havre Road to Crossroads and back, and my face stayed. Now if I didn't have on a powder, it would have just been a disaster when I got back to work, and I would have to wipe everything off. I would have had to do that, but it stayed. It did stay, again, because I set it with a powder. It is a really nice foundation. If you want to try it, I will recommend you trying it, but again, you may possibly have to buy the primer to work with it, because the Hourglass primer is really expensive. really expensive, really expensive. So you don't have to try what I used. Like I said, I got mine in a Ipsy bag, so that was $3.99. So yeah, but the primer for this is $32, I think, if my memory serves me correct. If not, I'll leave the link for the Fenty Beauty down below and you can look it up. But it is 30 something dollars US. And what I did, or what I used to finish my face, as I said, I didn't finish it on camera. I used, yeah, this is the lippy I'm wearing. This is the NYX lingerie lippy in Hollywood, and I lined my lip with a brown pencil. Well, the pencil that I use for my brows. This is the Clean Color pencil, dark brown. Use that to line. Highlighter is the e.l.f. baked highlighter in Blush Gems, and the blush is the Balm Springs Long Wearing Blush, and this is in this I really do like, and I have actually bought the one for it. This is a really nice blush. I don't say the name, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's in full swing, but we'll see. This is the color of it. As you can see, it's almost finished. I'm waiting for the other one to come, but this is a nice blush as well. It's natural. It's pink, but it's not over the top pink. It's just a nice little blend. But yeah, that's the video for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all the new subbies. Thank you so much for joining the gang, and I do hope you all stick around because there are many other videos to come. But thank you so much, guys.